Thousands of you have asked me to make this video. Today we're reviewing all of the Anua products. I'm Dr. Vanita Rattan, a medically qualified doctor and a cosmetic formulator specifically for skin of color. If you don't know, this is a non-sponsored channel. I don't accept payment from anyone ever. We purchase all our products, which means that I can give you evidence-based information, which is completely non-biased. Starting off with Heartleaf 77% Soothing Toner. Right, so this brand really did take off on social media. Obviously, Korean skincare has done incredibly well for some very good reasons. I did a whole video on Beauty of Joseon that you should definitely go and have a quick look at. But yeah, starting off with this particular product. So the first ingredient, let's just show you what it looks like. So it comes out quite, oh, hold on. First of all, let's take off the silver packaging. All right, so it's coming out quite liquidy, which makes sense for a toner. Toner is obviously the lightest thing that goes onto the face. And I love it actually when toners have actives in them. Because imagine you've just washed the face. If you can put water-based actives onto the skin quite quickly before you put any thicker serums or moisturizers, it's going to penetrate better. So the first ingredient in here is Heartleaf extract, which contains polyphenolic flavonoids. Those are anti-inflammatory and antibacterial. So it's actually a fantastic first ingredient. In here, the second ingredient is in solvents. Then it's got panthenol. Panthenol is your anti-inflammatory as well. So this is why the claim is that it's soothing. The fourth ingredient actually in here is sugar cane extract. That's a humectant. It holds water in the top layer of skin. That's also very important when you have a damaged skin barrier, because if you dehydrate the skin cannot recover. If you hydrate the skin, it allows all the other proteins to function correctly in a hydrated, moist environment. There's actually a few other anti-inflammatories in here that are plant-based, which I like as well, and it's NAF safe. That's the most important thing, meaning no denatured alcohol, no fragrance, and no essential oils. That's really important when we're talking about skin of color in particular. Skin of color inflames very quickly, and our melanocytes, the cells producing the pigment melanin, are unforgiving. So as I always say, one scratch, one bite, or one burn, and we hyperpigment. How does that happen? The reason is our melanocytes are so reactive, those are pigment producing cells, that if you scratch the skin, they become very angry and they start to overproduce pigment. This means that we have to be very gentle with our skin. We have to be very informed and educated when it comes to our skin, because your melanocytes won't forgive you. And so actually for this reason, this is a Dr. V approved product. Moving on to Heartleaf Pore Deep Cleansing Foam. Ooh. Oh, do you know what? I need scissors or something. Okay, so it's okay. So the first ingredient in here is Heartleaf extract. Again, what you find is this then becomes a signature. The inky list, ingredients list, become a signature to that particular cosmetic formulator. So having Heartleaf extract, for example, as the first ingredient means that the cosmetic formulator that made this particular range loves this particular ingredient, and I like it too. And what happens is you then buy it in bulk. When you buy it in bulk, it becomes cheaper. Even when I formulate for my brand, Skincare by Dr. V, for example, one of the ingredients I love is retinaldehyde. It works 10 times faster than retinol. I put it in all my serums. I put it even in the body oil, for example. And why is that? Because if I buy it in bulk, it turns out to be cheaper. And so then that becomes part of my signature formula. And that's what's happening here as well. So second ingredient in here is glycerin, which is excellent actually, because it is also a humectant, holds water in the top layer of skin. And then they've got sodium cocoyl glycinate, which is the main surfactant in this. It's quite a gentle surfactant. Okay, so it comes out of that. Okay, so they've also put in here salicylic acid, so at about 0.5%, but they've put in glycerol stearate SE, and that's 3 out of 5 on the comedogenic scale, which is a problem because if this is for pore cleansing, you're trying to get into the pore. You do not want to clog the pore. You have to be very careful to make sure that any ingredient you put in here is not going to do the reverse of what you're trying to do. Oh no, they added fragrance and it's pretty strong. Oh, that's annoying. So fragrance means that this product is not a safe product because it contains fragrance. Some of you might be asking, Dr. V, what's the big deal with fragrance? Fragrance leads to contact dermatitis in 3 to 4% of the population. Contact dermatitis leads to a damaged skin barrier, irritation, inflammation, and then hyperpigmentation. And for skin of color, we cannot afford anything that's going to irritate our skin. And what may also happen is it might not irritate immediately. It may happen years later. It may suddenly become sensitized to fragrance, which is a very well-known allergen. And that's why for skin of color, we should avoid fragrance in all of our skincare. I'm happy for you to go and put your Sol de Janeiro on your actual clothes or whatever fragrance you love on your clothes, but just avoid it on your skin. And that also includes your shampoos. Your scalp is skin, and the health of your scalp will determine the health of your hair. So again, with shampoos, avoid fragrance. So for me, unfortunately, this is not an approved product. Moving on to the next product, Heartleaf Daily Lotion. Okay, so I'm now going to start cutting boxes because these are quite strong boxes and I'm not hurting my hands. So, oh, nice packaging. Okay, beautiful, quite heavy. That's what it looks like. This is the pump. It's coming out. So that's what it looks like. And it just melts very easily into the skin. So it's a lotion, it's very light, it's got high water content. Oh, I can smell things. Again, it's 70% Heartleaf extract again, so it's the same ingredient. It's actually a safe product, so there is no fragrance in this. I think it's just that gentle smell that's coming from the Heartleaf. The second ingredient in here is glycerin, so your humectant. I love that. Now imagine you've got water as a first ingredient and you've got glycerin as a second ingredient. Those two pair really nicely, especially if you've got a damaged skin barrier. There's actually no other actives in this product. This is a very simple lotion. The only downside I would say to this is that it might be too light because actually, even though it's just absorbed into my skin, I would say my skin is starting to feel tight already. This has actually not got enough fats in it for your skin to feel hydrated for a long time. This would actually work quite well if you have more oily, acne-prone skin and you want a very light lotion. If you actually have dry skin, I would avoid this. It needs more fats to make it hydrated for a long period of time. So I say this is okay as a simple lotion and it's Dr. V approved if that's what you're looking for. Moving on to the Heartleaf 70% Intense Cream. Oh, beautiful packaging. Nice strong glass. Lovely little spatula situation. Okay, this is much richer, this cream. I hate like wasting cream on a lid. Even in a Nutella, I'm like eating that. Okay, so this actually penetrates quite nicely into the skin, much thicker than the lotion. No, I can't really smell anything, which I'm happy about. This is what it looks like on the inside. So it's a nice thick cream. Okay, so let's see what's in here. So in here, they've put 7% Heartleaf, which is fine. They've put cetyl alcohol, that's your emollient. That's what's making it fattier than what we were using with the lotion. They've got glycerin, which is excellent, your water humectant, the water magnet. It's got your solvents, which is of course, okay, oh no, then they went in with glycerol stearate, SE 3 out of 5 on the comedogenic scale. So what you would say with this is good if you don't break out. This is good if you have very, very dry skin. Even then, I would say there are other products on the market that are going to be probably better for you with more occlusives if you have very, very dry skin, because this is a nice, rich moisturizer if you just don't break out. The problem is most women in particular obviously have our monthly cycles and our monthly hormonal breakouts. So you might not like this particular product. So this is a bit of a one that I'm on the fence with. If you don't break out and you want a rich cream, then go for it. It's just that's not the majority of the population in either camp, whether you've got dry skin or oily skin. So it's an okay product. Moving on to the Pore Controlling Cleansing Oil. Right, what we've got in here. So first of all, that's what it looks like. Okay. Nice packaging, very simple. I'm the worst with packaging. It's a thing that you've got to take off, I think. There we go, little thingy bobbly. Oh, there we go. Nice oil. The oil comes out oily. It's actually quite hydrating to the skin. All right, let's quickly take this off before it runs everywhere. All right, let's see what's in this particular oil. So in here we have ethyl hexyl palmitate. Oh no, oh no. What a shame. This is the first ingredient on here, and there's 4 out of 5 on the comedogenic scale. Do not wear this if you have oily acne-prone skin. Do not wear this if you have your monthly breakouts, or if you have whiteheads or blackheads, or if you, God, you know, it actually says pore control cleansing oil. This is more likely to expand your pores than to control the pores. The 6th ingredient, oh no, in here is fragrance, so that's a disaster. And there's actually no ingredients in here to help you minimize pores. Pores is a very difficult one. I've actually made a whole video for you on how to minimize pores. There's multiple steps that you need to take. You need to stimulate collagen. That's what helps to shrink the pores. You need to unclog the pores, so using salicylic acid. You need humectants that will bind water to the top layer of skin, which will help to also minimize pores. You want to avoid denatured alcohol and witch hazel, which tend to be put in a lot of products for pores. You want to avoid pore strips, which can actually damage the skin barrier, give you temporary minimizing of pores, and then it just looks much worse. So pores are something that I feel like most brands have gotten wrong, especially the ones that are written for pores. So that's really upsetting because you're buying it for a reason. So unfortunately for me, this is not one I'm happy with, and it's not Dr. V approved. Moving on to Clear Pad. I feel like I'm on a shopping channel, except, you know, on a shopping channel, they tell you to buy everything. I'm like on the worst kind of shopping channel. I'm like, nope, nope, maybe. Avoid, run away. Right, next. Oh, this is actually really nice packaging. Oh, beautiful, gosh. These guys do know how to do packaging nicely. So matte. Can you see all my oil stains from like the oil thing that we just did? That's what it looks like inside. Beautiful. Very interesting. This has open. Okay. This was made. Oh, okay, here we go. We're in. We're in. We're in. Okay. It's actually quite a nice, refreshing smell. Oh, this is quite clever. I was going to say, how cute. Okay, what is in this? How does it feel on the skin? Quite relaxing, actually, refreshing. Can't feel any tingling. No, I can't really feel any tingling. I get very scared when it comes to actives and a physical scrub like this, or a physical product that is rubbing against the skin. Any rubbing you do is leading to physical exfoliation. So you have to be very careful what you do when it comes to a wipe. Right, okay, so what's in here? Okay, so you've got Heartleaf extract, of course. You've got water, you've got PHA, so you've got gluconolactone, which is your PHA, polyhydroxy alpha acid. That is an exfoliant, but it's a very, very gentle one. It's one of my favorite if you have sensitive skin. I do actually like the fact that this is a nail-safe product, so there's no denatured alcohol, no fragrance, and no essential oils. But they have made the mistake of combining physical plus chemical exfoliation together. So for me, I would say, unfortunately, if you have dry skin or sensitive skin or a damaged skin barrier or rosacea, or you're prone to hyperpigmentation, or you're using tretinoin, which is sensitizing the skin, I would not actually use this. It's probably the best that I've seen when it comes to a pad with an acid on it. There are some horrific exfoliators out there that people use that really upset me. But out of the ones I've seen, it's the best just because gluconolactone is one of the most gentle forms. I just would still never combine the two. I think it's completely unnecessary, and it's unnecessary waste for the environment as well. So for this reason, this product is a no. Moving on to LHA Moisture Peeling Agent. No, gel. Okay, let's see what's in here. First ingredient in here is water, which makes sense. That's your universal solvent. I always have one of these. Let's get rid of that. Then we've got caprixyl salicylic acid. So it's anti-acne, anti-blackhead, and it's quite soothing on the skin. So this is essentially an exfoliant. I really like the nib of this, actually. Can you see? That is beautiful. Let's see what it looks like when it comes out. Nice. I like the idea of a peeling gel, because peeling feels like irritating and a gel feels soothing. I don't like the idea that there are, it feels like bits in here. Please tell me they absorb into the skin. I don't want chemical and physical exfoliation together. What a shame. Oh, I had a complete different opinion until I felt this on the skin. It's basically an exfoliant, right? So we've talked about the salicylic acid. It's an ester of your BHA, so it's not as strong, but is an effective ingredient. But now, can you see they've basically put a scrub in this as well? And this wasn't clear on the packaging. And you never combine the two, especially for acne-prone, sensitive skin, which is already broken, right? Every time you have a pimple, it's a damaged skin barrier. You have inflammation and you have broken skin, literally broken skin. And now you put this on your face. This is a problem and a mistake. Should never have been made. This one is not Dr. V approved. Moving on to the peach, 77% niacinamide enriched cream. So this is what it looks like inside. Ooh, I do love it. You know when they have that baby pink, like powder pink glow? It looks like slime. You can tell I have kids, can't you? All right, so, ooh, nice. That is gorgeous inside. That is very satisfying. You can see how this kind of thing just goes so viral. So that's how it looks. A very light gel. This is a moisturizer. I called it enriched cream. I would call this more of a gel, not really a cream. Okay, so let's see what's in this product. So in here, they've got peach fruit extract. That's a humectant, which is great, holds water in the top layer of skin. Second ingredient is glycerin. That's another humectant. Fourth ingredient in here is niacinamide. I love niacinamide. Niacinamide in the 2 to 5% range is perfect for damaged skin barrier, for oily acne-prone skin, or if you're trying to minimize pores. It's just, niacinamide is an ingredient that really we should all have in our whole range, unless you're allergic to niacinamide, which is very, very, very low percentage of the population. The sixth ingredient in here is lactobacillus ferment, which is a conditioner of the skin. You find it in a lot of high-end products, ferment, and I work with ferment in our Dr. V daily range. It's something I'm actually working with more. As we go along, actually more clinical data is coming out on ferment, and so it's an ingredient I love. In here, they've also put in ceramides, which is excellent because don't forget, skin of color has less ceramides than Caucasian skin, so we need ceramides in our skincare to make our skin glow. I actually almost love this product, but they did one huge mistake. And that is that they added fragrance, which was completely unnecessary. And if they hadn't, I would have recommended this for people with sensitive, oily, acne-prone skin. However, this is not going to work for someone with dry skin anyway. And the fragrance in it means that you're not going to wear it if you have oily, acne-prone skin because you already have inflamed skin. So for me, unfortunately, this product is also a no. Moving on to the Niacinamide Essence Toner. What have we got? Okay, so it says it brightens the skin. Oh, beautiful. That is actually gorgeous. Look at that. I just feel like drinking it. That's what it looks like. It comes out very light, which makes sense. Water being very high in this ingredients list. Okay, so let's have a look at what's in here. Here we've put, it says it brightens. So the claim with this toner is that it brightens. So it's got niacinamide, alpha-arbutin, and it's got vitamin C. But let's check if they're in the therapeutic index. So it's got prunus fruit extract, which we already discussed and I like. Then it's got water, glycerin. Sixth ingredient in here is niacinamide. So that's about 2% so it means it's in therapeutic index, it means it's working. They've put in ferment, which I love. They've put in galactomyces, so that's your very gentle exfoliator, which I also love. And it's the 17th ingredient, which means it's very low down, probably a fraction of a percent, so you're not gonna see much from it. The 18th ingredient in here is alpha-arbutin, so at probably 0.5%, if that, not in the therapeutic index, you're not gonna see any benefit from that. So this is essentially a niacinamide toner, right? But with a mistake. They added fragrance. So this could have been excellent actually as a niacinamide toner, but they added an acid that you don't wear during the day, so your galactomyces, and they added fragrance, which you don't wear at all, which is such a shame because this is so beautiful and you can see that this would have done really well on social media, but yeah, I think it needs a bit of tweaking for skin of color. Moving on to the niacinamide conditioning milk. Okay, so in here again, I like how they basically work in groups. So this is peach fruit extract is the first ingredient of the whole peach 77 range, which is excellent actually because it's anti-inflammatory and it's a humectant. So it's very, very good at holding water in the top layer of skin. This is a gorgeous color. The next ingredient in here is glycerin. So that's another humectant. There we go. Okay, that's what it looks like. So it's very lightweight on the skin. I do like they're very lightweight products, don't they? This is not great actually for skin of color because our skin becomes very dry and dull quickly because we have less ceramides. We actually tend to prefer richer creams unless we have acne prone skin. But let's see what else is in here. So we've got glycerin. They've put in ethyl hexyl stearate. They've put in niacinamide at 2%. And actually everything in here, all the actives are at a fraction of a percent. I do like that they added ceramides, like we discussed is important for us. But, oh, you know what they added? They added fragrance. And again, big mistake, Anua. Big mistake. It really is quite a strong smell as well. And it's so beautiful. It's the kind of packaging that you would want to buy for yourself or like your teen kids. But this again, unfortunately, is not approved. Moving on to the Peach 70 Niacinamide Serum. Oh, wow. That is beautiful. That is gorgeous. I've seen this actually all over social media. This is so cool. Look at this. It's so gorgeous. Oh, so beautiful. Even though it looks peach and the pink in the bottle, it comes out kind of clear on the hand. Very light pink. Beautiful. Looks like a nail polish bottle. Okay, so let's see what's in this particular product. So in here, again, peach fruit extract, of course, glycerin, niacinamide, of course, which is at 5%. Love it, love it, love it. There are very few serums out there actually with niacinamide at 5%. That's my fantastic percentage. If you're not layering, like say, for example, if you're wearing this, but not wearing a moisturizer with niacinamide in it or sunscreen with niacinamide, that's great, right? Love the percentage. It's actually got lots of great actives in here. It's got alpha-arbutin, 3-O-ethyl ascorbate, so it's your vitamin C, but they're all at a fraction of a percent. So, not in the therapeutic index. This is basically a 5% niacinamide serum. Oh no, and they've also added a fragrance. So this has gone viral on social media because it is gorgeous. And you can see how, for example, if you're doing a selfie or a selfie video, you could put this all over your face, have like natural sunlight on your face and your face is going to look like it's shining. This is going to look like something you want to eat. And you can tell how this thing is such a viral product. But ultimately, it's a 5% niacinamide serum that's fragranced. And there are better 5% niacinamide serums, unfortunately, out there. Oh, I'm so depressed, but unfortunately, this is another one that is not approved. Moving on to the 2% BHA exfoliating toner. Oh, nice color. They're really clever with their colors. So very light and liquidy on the skin. So it will penetrate quite easily, very watery. Right, let's see what's in this product. So it's 2% BHA, that's salicylic acid, which is fine. But then they've put in tea tree extract. Now, back in the day, tea tree extract was one of, the only antibacterials we had. The problem is it's an essential oil and it can lead to irritation of the skin. So imagine you now have sensitive acne skin. Tea tree oil is not the thing that you want to really put on, especially if you have skin of color and you hyperpigment. They have got the fruit extracts, which are humectants, plus ceramides, which I loved. This was so close to being something that I would recommend because it doesn't even have fragrance in it. Yeah, when you smell it, you can't smell it. So if it wasn't for the tea tree oil, or tea tree, I would have recommended this product. But as it stands, it's a no. Moving on to niacinamide plus tranexamic acid. This is one I am really excited about. It's a clever combination. The beauty of both these two ingredients is that they both work at the same pH. So niacinamide is a great ingredient because it has a wide pH range that it can work on. And tranexamic acid actually works at skin neutral pH. Oh, gorgeous. Oh, that is delicious. That looks like some cherry syrup that I put on top of my ice cream, that kind of situation. Beautiful, even looks gorgeous here. Nice. Okay. Oh, sorry. There goes my white coat. Okay, lovely. So it absorbs really easily into the skin. Again, it's foaming a little bit actually. No, it's okay. It's penetrated into the skin. Right, let's see what is in this product. So the claim is that it treats dark spots. So I like that it's got niacinamide plus tranexamic acid, which I love. That's a very powerful tyrosinase inhibitor. They've got alpha arbutin at about a fraction of a percent. So about 0.5% is very low and unlikely to be in the therapeutic index. Ascorbic acid, your vitamin C, they've put in again at a fraction of a percent. So again, not in the therapeutic index. This is a NAFE safe product. So no denatured alcohol, no fragrance, and no essential oils. It's a very lovely serum with niacinamide and tranexamic acid, but not really anything else. So this is going to be okay for very light hyperpigmentation, you know, your early dark marks that have happened just from an acne spot, but it's not going to work for stubborn pigmentation that's been there for a long time. So when it comes to pigmentation, not all pigmentation is equal, especially when it comes to skin of color. Pigmentation around the eye area, for example, dark circles, is different to pigmentation on the face from melasma. For example, when we created kits for pigmentation for skin of color, we have the facial hyperpigmentation kit with 10 tyrosinase inhibitors for melasma. We have the dark circles kit, which is still hyperpigmentation on the face, but for around the eye area, because the skin has different levels of thickness and the pigmentation is actually much more stubborn. At the same time, we have a different kit for lip hyperpigmentation. So even pigmentation on the lip area is totally different and you treat it completely differently. So this is the 3-piece kit for the lip hyperpigmentation, which is very different, for example, to the facial hyperpigmentation kit. So pigmentation is very different for skin of color. And again, it's very different for the body. The body, like post-acne hyperpigmentation, needs completely different percentages to the eye area, which is different to the face area, which is why I created a whole range of hyperpigmentation kits for skin of color. So something like this, for example, is fine if you have, like, say, one spot, it's left one dark mark and you want to help treat that. That's what this is going to be good for. But when it comes to hyperpigmentation, it's a whole chapter of Skin Revolution is just on hyperpigmentation for skin of color. So here, chapter 4, how to manage hyperpigmentation, it's an entire chapter just dedicated to that, which is why one little serum is not really going to cut it when it comes to pigmentation for skin of color, but it's a good start. So for me, this is Dr. V approved. So moving on to retinol, 0.3% plus niacinamide. So number one, I'm really glad that they've gone in with 0.3% retinol, which is very important because that has now become the maximum vitamin A. So I've just sent a new formula off to be tested, and actually it's 0.3% is a maximum we can do in UK and Europe for any form of vitamin A. So for example, if I'm making a retinaldehyde serum, it can either be 0.3% retinaldehyde or 0.1% retinol plus 0.2% retinaldehyde. I mean, 0.3% max of over-the-counter vitamin A is now allowed in a serum. So I'm working with that information to create you something very special. So keep your eyes peeled on that front. But this is actually beautiful packaging. Here we go. Nice, coming out very yellow. Okay, let's have a look at what's in here. Penetrates into the skin easily. No stinging or burning sensation. So put in 5% niacinamide, which is great, 0.3% retinol, which I love, plus peptides and ceramides, excellent. And there is no fragrance in this, which is, again, brilliant. Oh no, but they added tea tree extract, which is a mistake. Let me just check. This packaging is... fine. At least they've done airless packaging, so that's really good. So you can see the 2 holes at the bottom. So this is airless packaging, which I'm happy about. So actually, other than the tea tree oil, tea tree, this actually would have been such a good retinol product for skin of color. Oh, such a shame. But yeah, unfortunately, it seems like tea tree is one of the key ingredients that are used in a lot of these products because that's the signature of this particular cosmetic formulator. They've gotten a lot right, but for us, it's just... we actually can't afford to fall over at any of the hurdles because our skin is so unforgiving. So for me, unfortunately, this is not Dr. V approved. Moving on to the Green Lemon Vitamin C Blemish Serum, 20%. Oh. Oh, quite a strong smell. That's not good. Very yellow. Okay. You know, the only thing when it comes to formulating vitamin C is I'm very aware that a lot of us have white bed sheets. And when we are formulating, and especially when I'm in the lab and I make something that's a retinol-based product and it's very yellow, one of the tests I actually do is when I go to bed at night, do my sheets look yellow in the morning? Because I don't know, how many of you guys would buy a retinol serum, even if it was really effective and it made your sheets yellow? Would you guys buy it? Can you write down below like yes or no if you would actually buy that product? Often I won't make a product just because of that reason. And I don't know, is that a silly reason or actually is that quite a good reason? Can you write down below, please? And that'd be really helpful to me. There is something else you need to know before I just do this product. I am in the comment section for 1 hour at the launch of every YouTube video. So when you subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can come and ask me your skincare questions. In addition, we've just hit 1 million subscribers on YouTube, which I cannot believe. But what I found even more shocking is that almost 90% of my viewers haven't subscribed. So I just thought, wow, if that's like that. If more people subscribe, we could potentially get to 2 million followers, which would be incredible. And as you know, this is a non-sponsored channel. We pay for everything and our YouTube money goes to charity. So if you could do me that huge favor and please subscribe, you would do me a really, really big favor. So thank you if you have already. And if you are doing it now, please write below, I've just subscribed. It'll make me so happy. Okay, so let's get into this particular product. Oh no, this product is actually a disaster. They've got lemon fruit extract as the first ingredient. Don't forget, first ingredient is the highest percentage. You really have to be careful with that. It's bad enough having fragrance as the last percentage, but as a first ingredient, this is a mistake. And then they added ascorbic acid. So that's pure vitamin C, which is an acid. It's got low pH. As it is, I don't like ascorbic acid for skin of color, but you certainly don't put it in with an irritant and they put in a fragrance. This is the worst product out of the entire range. I'm so sorry. There are some really good products in here, but this is terrible. Please do not buy this product. I wouldn't even recommend it for Caucasian skin because it can actually damage the skin barrier. But if you're skin of color, it can also lead to hyperpigmentation. So for me, unfortunately, this is a big no-no. If you love Korean skincare, watch Beauty of Joseon.